Hey, hi, good evening, everyone. Good evening, friends. Hope I'm clear. My voice is clear and, no disturbances from my side. Right. So, welcome all to the sessions of RNN, Recurrent Neural Network. In the previous session, we have understood what is sequential data. Then we have also understood, you know, why ANN and CNN cannot be used in order to work on sequential data. So guys, if you're joining for the first time, okay, if this is your first class that you're attending on our YouTube, so do subscribing, just consider the subscribing because in future we are going to come up with new programs where you'll get amazing stuff on our channel, right? So we'll quickly recap what we have covered. So we understood the ANNs and CNNs, the architecture, the key components, and the applications of ANNs and CNNs, and then how RNNs got evolved. And we also compared ANN and CNN and RNN together tree. So RNN is built especially to handle sequential data. So what exactly you mean by sequential data? So the data in which the order matters, that is nothing but sequential data. So we have time series data, text data, audio, video. All of these are some of the good examples for sequential data, right? Yes. Then we also understood why RNNs are suitable for sequential data. And then I just introduced you guys to RN recurrent neural networks. And today in this session, we are going to discuss the architecture of RNN. Okay, so what are the layers that we are going to have as part of RNN architecture? And we'll also understand the types of RNNs. Okay, we have one-to-one RNN, one-to-many, many-to-one, and many-to-many. We're also going to understand the types of RNNs using an example, right? So friends, pay attention because whatever you're going to learn as part of this session, we are going to implement this particular theory part on a project. Probably tomorrow, in the next session, we are going to come up with a use case where we'll implement a recurrent neural network. Right. So the name recurrent in recurrent neural network, it talks about occurring repeatedly or something, if you are going to do repeatedly. Sorry, my bad. So what exactly you're going to repeat the same time again? Okay, that we'll understand as part of RNN architecture, right? Then, so the core idea behind RNN is, it process one input at a time. So at a time, it is going to process only one input. Then it will also update the hidden state at each step. At each and every step, the hidden state gets updated. Okay, how? By using the output of the input that we get previously, even that input will be used in order to, use for the second input. Then the hidden state, which is going to have, will act as a memory component, which helps us to store information. And the key features of RNN are like, memory. This particular component is not present in ANNs and CNNs. Then shared parameters across the architecture, across the workflow of RNN, the weights that will be used, but uh, different levels of inputs will be shared. They don't change. Okay, so they are used across all the time steps. At different time steps, the weights will be used, the same weights. So this is going to reduce the number of parameters. So you take ANN, in ANN architecture, do we have the same weights across, uh, you know, across the working of ANN? Do we have the same number of weights? Not exactly, right? So if you see ANN, that is a problem that is being observed. Am I right? Yes. So, but for RNN, the advantage is the weights that will be part of this forward propagation will be same. The same weights will be used, and this is going to reduce the number of parameters. What are the parameters that you'll have within the entire neural network? This is going to reduce the number of parameters, the weights, because the same weights are being used. They don't change until unless we back propagate. As part of back propagation, yes, obviously we have to update the weights. Whatever the weights that you get will be updated as part of back propagation. So friends, again, so this RNN is a continuation part of neural network. Okay, so under neural networks, artificial neural networks, we have many types of neural networks. One of the important neural networks is CNN, convolutional neural networks, and then recurrent neural networks, right? So these are the basic neural networks, and they are the types of ANN, right? They are types of neural networks. So if you are not aware of ANN, probably you may not understand RNN. So just go through the previous sessions, okay, in which we have covered ANN. We have a separate playlist for ANN. Okay, just go and watch the sessions of ANN. The reason behind it is